And these extraterrestrials are nonviolent. You said that earlier. Can you go a little deeper on that?
Look, I have led a team for 34 years making this kind of contact. We've never been harmed. We've never been threatened. The only bad things that have happened have been at the hands of other humans. I don't see any evidence that they are hostile. Now, I do see a great deal of evidence that they're fed up with our hostility, right? That's different. The fact that they're fed up with us is understandable. I mean, look what they've seen us do since 1940s to the planet. And remember, we have documented 120 plus downings of ET craft, but there have probably been thousands. So however many we have continuously been aggressive and violent towards them. So I would tell people you should flip this around the other way. And the fact that they have that kind of technology and have not kicked back and kicked back hard is a testimony to almost a Gandhi-like or Christ-like level of peacefulness. Because we certainly would not have behaved that way. We would not have pulled our punches, given what I know we have done to them. And there's also been this paucity or complete absence of humans reaching out to them. And this is the mistake Eisenhower realized. He wanted to pivot away from a military approach to a peaceful approach. And that's when he got shoved aside. And that's why no president since the early Eisenhower years and Truman have had any operational control over these projects. Because this group that is running this wants it to keep it on a war footing. They want to keep the technology secret, and they want to control the masses with the false narrative of an alien threat. Those are the three big agendas.
Oh. Last question I want to ask you, Dr. Greer, is your thoughts on this emergence of artificial intelligence and people predicting we could have this kind of AGI or human level intelligence, within a couple of years. And I'm just curious what your thoughts on that, even projecting this out another 5 years or 10 years. I mean, if this happens to maybe get a hold of this technology, what might that do that might no longer be in the humans' hands? And then I'm curious what the extraterrestrials might think of that. I don't know if you've even had time to game plan that out, but just curious what your thoughts are.
Yeah, we have talked about this a lot. And I've been on some meetings with some of the top AI people in the world discussing this. But the ultimate AI, ETs already have. And it's not what they're working on now on Earth. The ultimate AI is the consciousness field interfacing with very refined electromagnetic systems. And I defined this in 1991 as technology-assisted consciousness and consciousness-assisted technology, where the real singularity that they talk about is the non-local entangled field of consciousness. And right now, that's off the radar of AI, but that's how ETs operate. All of their systems are conscious interface systems where your thought, you think to something. We're not talking wires at the speed of light because you can't go interstellar at the speed of light. It's too slow. You have to communicate at the speed of thought through the quantum entangled universe. Now, the AI that you're talking about is advanced. I'm not dismissing it, but like all technology, it's not the technology itself. It's the hands that wield it. In other words, this is why Einstein was so upset up until his death that he contributed to the development of these doomsday weapons. So the question is, science in itself is neutral, but what do men do with it? And so I think what we have to do ethically, morally, is look at all of these systems because they can be weaponized, they can be used for trouble in the wrong hands. So how do you put governance in place or some kind of a built-in kill switch or something so that in the wrong hands, AI isn't an existential threat to a whole society? That's what has to be discussed and looked at, because it isn't just what's technically feasible. Not everything, yes, you can create hydrogen bombs and blow up a whole city with one bomb, but should you? So what should be done, and under what auspices, and under what ethical consideration? So yeah, technically, yeah, we'll be there, and it's the same thing. This is going to sound far-fetched, but I'm working with a group of people currently very high up in operations dealing with the ET issue on the illegal black end of the human programs. And they have been able to crack the code of using what they call P3 operators, people with these advanced consciousness capabilities, to hack into ET guidance systems and move them over into range and kill them. It's sort of like a remote hijacking, like you would break into, but strange stuff. And the guy who worked with these P3 operators is on my team. And he sometimes will break into tears with the horrible things he's seen happen. And so I think that he knows that needs to get put on a leash. That it's it's like the CE5 contact, but turned into a weapon system, right? With an electromagnetic interface, though, because they studied that from the ET craft. So I know a lot of people are hearing this thing. This is science fiction, but remember, at first, the science fiction sort of comes out ahead of the facts sometimes. But if you think about what is needed for interstellar travel and communication, and there's a covert group of folks studying that for 80 years, trillions of dollars in black money, and brilliant people, you're letting these sort of, it's like Dr. Strangelove, a bunch of whacked out crazy people and nobody's watching have this kind of technology. It is dangerous. And he knows that. That's why he and his people want to defect and come forward. But they don't want to have it be ineffective. They know about the media cartel blockage on this information. And they also know that their children and families are at risk. So, we're on the horns of a dilemma here. I'm just going to kind of giving you a little peek in what I deal with day in and day out. I have to say it's been very stressful. But anyway, nobody asked me to do it. I did it.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public. And he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?